I should never make assumptions where I think, ah yeah, I know my jump height. I think. So this would not work. I should test. Does it work? Even if it shouldn't? If it shouldn't? We hear this already. So yeah, I'm just majorly pissed about that. I wasted a bunch of time because I, rightfully so, thought I can't jump that. We're looking for Dialab and the funny triangle pieces. Whom's they gone? Ah! Look what we found here. Ich glaube von der Richtung hier. That wasn't what I'm looking for, but I will take it. Triangle.
In times of war, is it wisdom or folly to give a sword to a child?
It is funny. You don't know if the child would kill someone or if it kills itself. Either way, it's a win-win. That is what makes Americans so funny. Because they give guns to children. Vertical locomotion. Ah, there we are. Alright. Oh, you opened that as well. Okay. I alone would be able to go over here. Okay. Are you an either or switch? Maybe. And I need 2 of those while one is parking here. Can't test if this is opened by... if this opens only that or this as well. Let's take the... well, more negative approach in this one and say it doesn't. So, no. Yes. Would you work even? Can I push you over? Probably not. Can I give you some more blue juice while I'm standing down here to... sorry. To make you move again, even though you are not on a line yet? Oh yeah. Yeah, you do. Alright. Also, this answers my question, sadly. Well, not a problem though. Because we're a teleporter. Neato. Where's the second one? Also, where's the lab? This time the story is not implying that I have to find the lab. And I instantly don't find it anymore. Duh. That's number 4. As we learned, the lab is mostly around trial number 6. Mostly. And it is always connected with a street. Keep that in mind, CJ. I'm talking to myself. We're in America. An oil palm. Yes. Ich dachte gerade, hinten ist so ein großer Gebäudekomplex, aber nee, alles klar. That be it? You are triangle number 2? You do be looking triangle, yes. Good. Jailbreak. Again? Didn't we have a mission that was named like that? Now that I think about it. I'm not sure. That is the first time, I think, that I see one of those that I cannot move. I say I think because multiple times one of these things were on top of a building or whatever, then I can't get to it. So I couldn't really tell if it's, you know, one of these or one of these. Probably those. Since why would you make them grabbable if they are in a position you can grab them? Anyway, I want the funny thing over here. Okay, that is all I want. What are you doing? You open the funny. Okay. All right. That makes you go. Oh yeah, and then I have it again. Never mind then. Sir, could you come back, please? Thank you. Ah, nice thing. So you can't accidentally cock yourself out. You know. From where does dice seem the most? Probably from here. Doesn't really matter though. Or probably not, no? Yeah, right. Just for now, we'll do this. Yeah. Why? Oh! Yeah, the door instantly closes. Oh. Right. The door closes. Ah. Well, then I guess we get the thing out first. However, we will lose the connection to that thing. Which should not be a problem, now that I think about it. Yeah, okay. Brother. Thank you. Okay. What? No. No! What did I target? Stop it. works. Close enough. Will, however, not work in this scenario. Does it actually work in this scenario? I don't think it has to. Now that we think about it for a moment. Go, Jeremy. Be free. Please do not ask why I'm calling him Jeremy. Because I can also tell you there is no reason. Thank you. The cooperation has been noted. The lab. Last thing we need. Where's number 6? Yeah, that's number 6. Let's hope my hypothesis is corrected once again. Approved, not corrected. Excuse me. I am blind. There. We will soon be leaving Fallout 4. Alright, here's number 6. So, random streets in the ground. Would you tell me where the lab is? There's only number 5 in this direction. There's plenty of room for the lab to be. There is a lab, right? Yeah, there is a lab. Has to be asked. That looks actually pretty promising, yeah. It is still a path. Ah, no, it goes to a triangle. Okay. We would most likely find the secret 100% of the time, as I would just walk on the always right side of the paths, but that is boring. And I could find it faster, or I couldn't find it for the next 2 hours. The possibilities are endless. Da. Let's go. More preview for new mechanics. Are there even more new mechanics? You're probably going to enter the end of the game soon. Or the final walkway, let's call it like that. I don't know if there will be so much more new mechanics. I hope so. We are playing with... Ja, den AOE-Gem haben wir gesehen, aber der ist noch nicht zum Einsatz gekommen. Mit den... Keine Ahnung. Ja, AOE-Gem ist, glaube ich, die beste Beurteilung, wie ich das nennen könnte. And that... I am actually unsure if I would call this a mechanic. It doesn't really look like a mechanic. Because that thing just spawns here, takes one or the other, and depending on that, makes a zigzag. That is all it does. I don't know if this is a puzzle mechanic. We still don't know what this arrow refers to, but whatever. Da, schon wieder. Das meine ich. Bei den 3 Leuten, wo ich jedes Mal vergesse, wie sie heißen. Ne, also Athena, Cornelius und ihre Tochter. Which is named, nicht Melville, because it's our engineer. Miriam, or whatever like that. They are always listed in the comment section, but there is one whose comment is failed to load. And we didn't heard of them yet, I guess. Aha. Ich lese immer die Wörter zwischen den Zeilen, aber da komme ich auch nicht auf irgendwas Interessantes. Yeah, that is the mechanic for Prometheus Sparks. How to maximize the travel time and annoy the shit out of me. God fucking thank you. An extra terminal on the terminal. Mm-hmm. Miranda was her name. Thank you. I can tell you exactly who wrote this. A Reddit mod. Probably. Sounds like a story. Actually, no joke. Sounds like a story from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Odyssey? Yeah, or Odyssey was Greek. Ooh, there's more. Ich gehe mal davon aus, es wurde vor kurzem erst gesendet. Das ist so weird, weil, like, ne? Da steht aber archived und das ist von unserem fucking Dickhead, ne? Also den Typen, den ich nicht sonderlich gut hasse, dessen Anmerkungen gerne und gut in den Garbage kennen können. Die Frage, die ich mich stelle. Let's say this message was sent 2 weeks. Maybe. 2 weeks ago. I don't know how long we are in this expedition canon-wise, since our VTOL trips probably take some time. Let's say a week, up to 2 weeks, whenever. That is when it happened. The Prometheus illusion. Why is this email landing here? Why is everything that is directed at the founder or Athena, whatever, completely spread out on so many different terminals. I don't know about you, but if I'm getting an email, I wanted to have all of them in my mailbox. I don't want to have one email on my phone, the other mail only accessible on my PC, and the other 4 emails are being sent to my calculator, my water boiler, and my 3D printer. I would literally go insane. Boah, die ganzen Anführungszeichen machen es echt schwer zu lesen. Das ist ein bisschen unangenehm. And the fridge. Yeah, the fridge has to communicate with me by pointing out the food, and my 3D printer has to print out the message in 3D. And then I have to scramble the words. The letters individually. Wo war ich? Da. Da ging es noch weiter. Ja. No data overload this time. We're making progress. Why is this on so a elevated position? Why are you elevated? You're trash. You should be demoted into the fucking ground. 6 feet under. Anyway, we got the die lab. Yep. Tower time. Where's the tower? There. You can't actually oversee it, and I managed to miss it anyway. But yeah, my biggest question... Is it my biggest question? Nah, not really. One of my more prioritized questions is, why are all messages sent to Athena scattered around all of these terminals? It would make sense if I could read all the messages on one terminal or all messages on all terminals, since that is how a computer works. You log in and you can read all messages that belong to you. But hey, maybe that's just me and my naive thinking. Unschön. Piss. Ah, it's actually sitting inside of the fucking thing. Okay. Basically alle Teile gehen nach vorne außer das Ding hier und das macht mir so große Probleme, actually. Und ich kann es aber auch mit nichts verbinden, leider. Genau, weil alles noch auf dem Boden aufstößt. Selbe Sache. Problem ist, ich kann halt von hier nicht wirklich was wegnehmen. Die Teile bis nach hier sind relativ fest eigentlich. Genau, weil ich brauche ja ein Teil, was mich an der Stelle weiterbringt. Und da gibt es keins außer das. Genauso dieselbe Sache hier. Keins dieser Teile geht raus. Außer das. Ja, jetzt haben wir zweimal das L-Profil. Von hier aus können wir es aber halt nicht mehr weitersetzen. Das ist ärgerlich einfach nur. Same problem again. Und ich sehe leider keine Möglichkeit, das hier irgendwie zu erweitern. Zu gerade gedacht. Sorry. Why do I feel like a bullet, like a railgun shell? I don't know. Please, not the things.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay.
Danke!
Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men. In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer.
I do have an answer, indeed. It is called capitalism, but you can't see nor understand it.
What cannot be seen may be an illusion, or it may be truth. I cannot tell. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
Alright, boys. The Sphinx finally shut off. We are allowed to commit arson. Let's go.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
Eagle-eyes nuclear lasers. Do we have everything here? I think so, yeah. think we do, yeah. Everything done. Cheers. West 2. Abfahrt.
The next area you're going to is... Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
Is it that bad? Can be worse than Fallout 4. Right? Oh, it's foggy. It's not foggy. If 3 people have built this, that is amazing and I love it. I mean, their 6th state of matter, or 5th? 6th? Whatever. Probably explains most of these things, but still looks cool.
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are. Just a little older.
A very good chosen sentence, because age does not bring wiseness or knowledge. It brings problems with your bones. Universal activation. Ooh. The funny. Yep. Oh, and that just means you need to power me with blue so I can activate my fuck you field. I think that is what it's trying to tell me. Yes, and they do automatically increase. Do they actually increase? No. They just repeat their own signal. But they do have to overlap. I like it. I do be liking the funny. Yes. And once activated, it will just continue doing the stuff. The funny field disruptor. Or activator.
I just wanted to
whatever.
say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
A natural leader. How funny if that is, if you take in retrospect what he said a second ago in its own mind cloud dialogue projection thing. I don't know exactly what to call him. Number dos. Chain reaction. Yes. Do you target the... Yes, you do indeed fucking target the chain bars, I guess. The iron bars, yes. Okay, you can deactivate literally everything that could move in any way or form. Needless to say, I love that. So you cannot be moved then, yes, okay. Could you move? No. Could you move? No. Yeah, most of the time this is a question of can it move or does it not? Oh, okay, you can't... Yeah, you can't even assign multiple exits for that thing. Thank you. And then we're probably going through here. Because why shouldn't we? Sure, why not? As close as possible, and you come with me. You go in between. Need some extra space here. To here-ish. Boop, boop, boop. I like them. They are really funny and completely obscuring my field of vision. That's good. I don't want to see the game anyway. These statues remind me of Atlas, who bore the celestial sphere on his back. They seem burdened, struggling with the weight of the world. Heh, weight of the world. Ultra Crit players having flashbacks right now. Given what we heard the founder says about the goal, could it be that they are meant to send a message? That taking on the theory of everything would also be a burden we may not be able to bear. Knowledge always comes with a burden, which doesn't mean that knowledge should be hidden. Knowledge can be dangerous, but so is literally everything else. How the fuck is a tree growing on the fucking stone over there? Anyway. Okay. Ich habe übrigens nicht Miku gelesen, bevor irgendjemand fragt. Same question again. Why the fuck is this email here? Number 3. Primability. A subverb of changeable, basically. So our goal is basically this. Probably. You are in here. Yeah, of course it doesn't work. Well, of course it doesn't work my ass. They installed a ladder over here. Don't mind me. Just casually walking by, I guess. Thank you. Okay, you can't disable this one. I actually did not thought about it for a moment. I called them area jammers, but that would mean they would disable this one. They do not. So they only jam I don't know what they're jamming, to be honest. Like not in total. Would you jam this? No, it would not. They are so selectable with what they jam, which is very unnatural for a jammer. Maybe you have to take... It's called activator.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
Why not transform the entire Earth and all the useless place around here into a big fucking parking lot? Huh? Have you thought about all the cars that could stand here? What an idiot. Ugh. What do you want, you fucking rat? What do you want? Pandora. Pandora. Cool. Guck nicht so. Sag mir lieber, wo der Eingang ist, den ich suche. Hinten dran? Nee. The fuck? Da ist kein Eingang an der Box, oder? What is it that I do not see? Really not helpful. Do I need an activator for Pandora? I mean, huh? You know? Conveyance. Yeah, let's be honest here for a moment. You can't call this thing an activator when it's jamming. It's doing the exact same thing as a fucking jammer, but bigger. So why the hell did you not call it a area jammer? Duh? Oh, actually? No. What? Oh, the doors. You jammed the doors. I'm going to be honest with you, that is not what I expected. Do we have red? Alright, yeah, cool. Like I can jam this. It's pretty cool. I know. He does not have the red on his nipple, so all my ideas are already depleted. Did you had red over there? 1 second, please. No. What? How is this level called? Conveyance. What? Okay, listen, you little shit. I thought, yeah, sure, the activator would probably activate that thing as it activates everything else. But you know why I am confused? Because it isn't seen in the bottom of the interactable things, what I can select or whatever. So why? Why does die work now? That's the only thing that interacts with it, which is not actually doing something. I knew I should have stopped this, you little dickhead. Take your time. JFK isn't going anywhere. Thank you. Okay, now the word activator makes more sense. It just activates everything that can be activated. And the jammer stops whatever it is from doing stuff. I guess it makes sense why it's called activator. What now? A warning. I've tried to remain silent on the development of our city, to allow the younger generations to find their own path, but I feel that I must now intervene. We have reached a dangerous inflect point. The partial reactivation belief in the goal of limiting our growth will lead directly to the creation of a class society. The foundations already exist. Do you think the leaders of the various pseudo-secret societies that lobby for influence with the mayor are subjective to the same power cuts as the rest of you? Do you think the mayor has to worry about how much power he uses? Societies which have essentially no resources may be egalitarian in some sense, but a society that produces insufficient resources, energy in our case, will inevitably evolve into a class society. History ensures us of that. The true failure of our ancestors was not their impact on the ecosystem, which was epiphenomenal, but their failure to overcome primitive forms of resource distribution allowed their fate to be determined by the intersects of isolating elite groups. We are not avoiding that mistake, but creating the condition for its repetition. I assure you that no one is exempt for our power management and distribution plan. We are all in this together. Yes, I totally believe that. I've always respected your scholarship, Brianna. I will take this seriously and then think about it. Some people have to lead and others have to follow. That is only natural. And of course, there should be advantages to being a leader, to encourage people. To encourage people, yes. Should there be quote-unquote advantages for being a leader? That comes naturally, just like polio, but in theory, no. A leader is someone who, in the first place, should lead, not take the advantages. In theory. Anarchy! No. Ja, wir geben mir das Standardantwort. Thank you, 1K. It's encouraging to see the value of freedom has not been entirely forgotten in New Jerusalem. A society without resources is an unfree society, and only with freedom can civilization truly thrive. Yes. How about we produce more resources by producing more capitalism? I don't care what we produce. The main thing is we have to produce more. Make big numbers go bigger. Because that is what activates my almonds. You're number 5. he's going to give me a hand. Balance. Cube. There's my exit. Alright. We got one activator. This thing. I see. So, what exactly is it that I want? In the end, I want that thing over here. That is what I want. Which is why I have to get this thing on there? Is that what I want? Maybe? Are these two just so I and the thing can go up? Is that all there is? Is it? No. Well, maybe. There's a short delay before stuff is happening. Yeah, that may actually be it, yeah. That's it, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, right. No, don't have you. I can activate both of you from one side. Nor can I really activate this. Please tell me this is not how it works. I pushed it down. Cool. There has to be an official way. But I did balance on one of these things before. We will not reach the other part. And we will not reach that part. Can we? Not directly, no. Well, actually, didn't I just solve it earlier, but interrupted it? Because I'm dumb? Yeah, because I didn't take the cube off before. Hehe. There is no puzzle, ladies and gentlemen. There's just me being dumb. Just take the box first, idiot.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but should you?
Okay.
Touch it, touch it. What could possibly go wrong?
1K. We have made a fascinating discovery at one of the Founder's laboratories. Please join me at your earliest convenience.
Well, let me tell you, I'm just entered this one. How did you know? He must be an empath. And now he's standing there with a gun. Ich denke mal an so kleine Audiologs oder so, die irgendwo unten liegen könnten, aber bisher noch nie was in der Richtung gefunden. Beep boop. Hidden server wall trademark. There are you. Then what is here? Here is more servers. All right, that's great. That's great. Really, yeah. It's amazing. Anyway. Bonsoir.
1K. Good that you're here. We've made a discovery. A functional somnodrome. It seems the Founder perfected the design. I'm sure you've noticed my advisors, and Rand in particular, making quite a fuss about the potential of this device. Something about interfacing with one's subconscious self, as if such a thing could tell us anything new.
Sure, why not?
You think so? I rather doubt it. I believe the Founder has already taught us everything we need. As I see it, neither the Somnodrome nor the megastructure have anything to offer except a lesson in avoiding hubris.
And a big
So,
advantage in
what should we
energy
do with it?
generation? I thought the government would want this thing buried. I'm going to plug in and find out myself. Where's the option? Give it to someone who has way more interest in that. Well, I said what I'm going to do. If I have the option, I'm either A, giving it to all, B, taking it myself and then giving it for all, or C, I'm just getting it for all. Based on that priority list, what they give me as an option. And as I see it, I'm having number 2 right here.
I'll watch to be sure you don't overload.
What would happen if I would enter my consciousness? Some very horny stuff, that to be sure. Das ist übrigens auch schon die ganze Zeit überall gestanden gehabt, aber wir haben nie eine wirkliche Begründung gefunden, was genau es ist. We know many, many, many attempts failed, but what exactly it is, never got answered, for my knowledge. Bippity bappity boo. Gnotini Ceton. Oh my god, my character is actually dancing. I was like, yeah, funny sound. But no, my character was actually dancing. I'm not making this up. This is my subconscious. It feels like we're playing Kingdom Hearts and our land on Destiny Island once again. I have to unlock my heart. Oh no, they are back. Okay, this monitor is not able to talk with me. Well then. Is that... Oh yeah, that's me. That is me. I am the external device. We are in the Somnodrome, basically. Popularity medium, spiritualism low, good. Moral. Yes. Humor low. Racialism high, health high, speed low. I know. I can feel it every single time I'm walking on the fucking overworld map, trying to get to one puzzle to the other. Can I? Yes. Is Elohim back? Because they said Elohim never really left our brain. He is still a part of us. Is Elohim still doing the funny in our subconsciousness? Because at some points in the first game, he did call himself God. I'm dancing. So this is my subconsciousness. Oh, hello. Were you here before? Mill to him. Ah, -1. Bonsoir.
Oh, you're back. Didn't take you long.
I don't think we know each other, do we?
Yes, intrinsically. I'm what you might call a primordial element of the human psyche, an adjudicator of what is and what isn't. I'm afraid I'm the best you've got. I am in fact a merged iteration of the two control programs which gave life to your kind, retaining, of course, the absolute best of both. That means I can tell you that everything's contradictory, nothing matters, and there's no moral difference between you and a frog. But I can dress the whole thing up with a positive spin.
He is literally me. Or my base subconsciousness.
You just plugged your noggin into an experimental, mind-altering device, and though you may be trapped in this recursive psychotic state talking to yourself, that can only mean that you're still alive. Now, what is your query?
Where did I came from? I'm probably being built. Okay, if I, like me, if I would have the option to ask my subconscious, I would ask him absolutely fucking nothing because I know everything about me. I know who I am. I know where I came from. Probably. The first thing probably would be, where exactly are we? Because at the last time I can remember, my subconsciousness was filled with a whole lot of pussy and cock and not fucking sand. I hate sand.
You've executed some kind of software backdoor, and now you're reading and editing your own subconscious code as represented by this dialogue. I'd be careful if I were you. One bad for loop, and we'll be here for... I can answer your queries in relatively plain language, based on what your subconscious knows. And I can drink margaritas.
Subconsciously. Okay, can I exit? Because I would like to try if I can alter my settings now. You know what I mean?
On one interpretive extreme, you are the universal life force of time itself, experiencing itself as a part instead of the whole. At the other extreme, you're a metal contraption referred to as 1K that thinks it's alive, but is basically a calculator.
He is beautiful. I love him. He is perfect.
The so-called real world. Personally, I prefer it in here. And not just because I'm unable to...
Ach Mann, warum sind die Dialoge wieder alle abgeschnitten?
The machine we're plugged into is running low on power. There may only be time for one big question. What is your...
Ooh, what is my question? What is the meaning of life? Nobody cares about that. How can I get... What do I really want and how do I get it? You need Jack Sparrow's compass. Is it possible to ask something less cliche? Perfect. The answer that helps absolutely no one. How can I become my best self? Stealing administrator rights. Is there a universal moral law? And if so, what is it? Should our people embrace growth or balance? That isn't the question, because the answer is yes. That is egoism. That is dumb. That is greed. That is dumb, because the answer is yes. That is questionable, and that is based. So I think we all know what I'm going to take, right?
Yes, to a limit.
Oh! There are actually more questions. I thought it's just like, and cut. I would have taken the cut. Are there intelligent alien life forms? The universe is very, very, very fucking big, so the probability is at least higher than 0. I would say this is a yes, and they use this question. Is there a god? Are binaries real? Is this a simulation? Perhaps. Maybe go with that one. Let me tell you something. What question would you ask if you were me? Ooh, okay, that is a... We're looking at a loop, ladies and gentlemen. Do I want to tell him something? Not really. He is my subconsciousness. He knows most things, probably, that I know. I don't get this question in particular. Okay. People, let me be honest here. If I would be in front of a being that is mentally and knowledgeably way beyond me and would ask me if I have a question for it that will be answered 100% correctly, then I would actually tell a good and reasonable question. However, this one is not a higher being, it is my subconscious, which means it is probably more dumb than me. Also, he is based, which means I have nothing to ask you for. Because trust me, everything I want to know, I know myself. Thank you.
Well, then I'll choose a question for you. Hey, Miltahim, what's the secret of your all-round cool and charismatic person? As it turns out, there is a foundational moral code built into us.
There's a but coming.
Of course there is. The catch is that while the moral code is simple, the calculations needed to apply it become infinitely complex.
So this helps me how? Yeah, okay, thank
Here's
you.
the secret. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what's good, but it can tell you when there's but.
Okay. Nochmal bitte den Satz. Every living creature is a compiler of the moral code. Your compiler can't give you a rule set for what is good, but can tell you when there is a bug. Yeah, like a normally written program. The program doesn't care, or the compiler doesn't care what the program is doing. It could be a quieter running program for my washing machine, or it could be the automatic detect function for a nuclear bomb. The compiler doesn't care. It will compile the thing completely out, but it will find bugs. That is correct, yeah. I get his bridged explanation.
I believe you. You came here to ask the big question. This is my answer. Your capacity for reason and compassion is your moral compiler. The only rule is to live by it. Has that resolved your query?
I'm thinking. Shut up. I'm actually thinking. I'm currently debating with myself what I'm answering to myself. This is weird. So my moral is that I have a moral, but it doesn't actually care what I'm doing. Since the variables are set by me, it will only strike if there is a bug. Which means that I can commit arson and kill an orphan without breaking the moral code, since the moral code doesn't care about that. Could you give me an example?
I expected no less. What is your...
Surely some rules of human right or the greater good trump subjective compassion. Nobody cares about that. If we are built with moral compilers, how do they explain moral disagreement? There is no moral disagreement, that is called perspective, you idiot. How should we keep being reasonable and compassionate in the right way? With capitalism, as I answered so many times before. Let's apply this code. Should we treat frogs as morally equal to humans? No, I'm not even treating humans. So, fact is, isn't this just all a fancy way of saying be kind to others? Is it? Didn't he just say that the moral code doesn't care about that? If compassion is what matters, isn't it just Yeah! It's relative. It matters from each person individually.
Let's get one thing clear. Everything is relative.
You said it!
You best get used to that.
I am, thank you.
Theft isn't wrong because it's wrong to steal. Theft is wrong because it's vindictive. If a compassionate person has good reason to steal, then theft is right. Does your moral compiler confirm it?
Yes.
Then let's tackle the big question. A trolley will collide with someone.
Oh, ich liebe diese Frage.
Hit. Your compiler is telling you both options are bad. So which should you choose? Many moral questions have universally agreeable answers, but some stubbornly trend to infinity. Some, the more you zoom into them, the more wild the outcomes become. Is it right to love someone who's done terrible things? Which of the children should I sacrifice to the trolley god? These aren't the sorts of questions we can solve with a...
Oh, I have a
We
rule
just
for
have to
that.
test the outcome of our moral
Carnage. You should never ask me these questions because I will take the route with the maximum amount of carnage, given that I do not have to face the consequences. If there are consequences, I'm probably thinking about this twice. But if I am completely out of the picture, I will choose which makes the most destruction. I am very sorry for this, but my mind is rotten.
Looks like we're running out of power. Good luck getting anyone out there to believe. Terminating Somnodrome _V2_final_final.bat.
I would like to edit my self-consciousness. I wanted to add more speed.
$1K. Are you all right?
Did we stream this? I think so.
You must have gone quite deep. Nothing came through on the stream.
Okay, never
And
mind.
I'm no expert, but I think the Somnodrome is fried. So whatever's in your head is all we're going to get. I can only imagine how terribly curious everyone will be about what you've experienced. And they'll all be convinced that whatever it is, it'll work in their favor. Strange, isn't it? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'm glad not to be the one in that position just this once.
Why does everything we use have to immediately fucking broke? Now I have to ask, I can't. Now I have to ask, if instead of going inside the Somnodrome, we would just leave it be, would then Linkiritus, our inside man, would he become here and actually analyze the Somnodrome? Or would nothing happen? Because in theory, the better option, of course, is let the thing study so we can rebuild and use it multiple times. If this was hidden under option number 3, then I'm going to give the game a minus point, because the storytelling is completely fucking garbage if you obfuscate the option I want to take multiple times in a row. You idiots, dickheads. So I took, as I said, my second priority, which is using it myself and then giving it to others. Well, the giving it to others then is no longer possible, since the thing is probably dead. Thank you. So I'm just going to be naive in this one and say there was no possible option for just saying everyone else study the thing. So I took it, I guess. What's the question? Everyone wanting you to tell them whatever you want to hear. They want to hear. What should I do? No, I'm not asking. I have answers.
Of course. Very sensible. Your experiences are yours to do with as you please. Now, I won't keep you from your work any longer.
Streaming initiated. Okay, the people are now looking what I see.